Hi again, guys. Okay, we're going to go to global citizenship. As you can see, I'm not starting with the book because first I have to explain a few things. Okay, the Eastern Hemisphere. Okay, now if you think about it, Earth is divided. Well, first of all, let's analyze the word hemisphere. Okay, hemis means half, and a sphere, ball or a round solid figure. You know, like a cube, sphere. It's not the same to say square than to say cube. It's not the same to say circle than to say sphere. Sphere has to be the whole solid figure. That's why I gave you here half a sphere. Okay? That means we are speaking about half of a circular figure. In this case, Earth. The half of the Earth. Okay? Now, we actually have 4 hemispheres. Earth is divided in 4 hemispheres. That's why if you go to geography, you can see several combinations, okay? But let's stick to the main 4 hemispheres. The first one is the northern, which is on the top of the planet. That's why you get here at the top the North Pole, because it's in the northern hemisphere. And then in the south, you have the southern hemisphere and the South Pole, obviously, okay? So you have North America, Mexico, Canada in the northern hemisphere, Asia, Europe, part of Africa, and in the southern hemisphere, you have the south part of America, part of Africa, Australia, and the respective poles, okay? And the line is exactly in the equator. That's why we call it the line that speaks about weather, okay? The closest you are to the middle, the hotter the weather is. And the farther away towards the poles, the colder the weather is, okay? So these are the 2 first halves of the sphere, the northern and the southern hemisphere, okay? Now, you have the other 2, the western and the eastern hemisphere. Okay, here in the western you have all of America and just one tiny bit of Africa. And here on the eastern you have Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia. Okay, so what's the point? This is called the Hemwich line. It's actually called like that because here in UK, in United Kingdom, there's a small town called Hemwich. Yes, there is a town. That town exists. It's around here in England, okay? And this line passes through it. That's why it's called Hemwich line, okay? And this one speaks about time. If you are in this line, you are at the 0 time, the original time. And as you move through the line, you gain hours. And if you move towards the eastern, you lose hours, okay? So depending on how you move, you are gaining or losing hours. Okay? And now, obviously the west, because it's on the west side, and the eastern, because it's on the east side, okay? So those are the hemispheres of Earth. You have 4, northern, southern, western, eastern. Okay? Now, if you have any other doubts about it, I gave you a link for this video. In this video, they explain exactly the same thing I explained to you, and they add a few more things, okay? So, you can watch it, it will help you. Now, what are we going to do? We're not going to go exactly on the book yet, because first, it's about knowing what you know, okay? So, give me 1 second. Okay, so we're going to do the KWL chart, remember it? KWL chart. So, this chart you copy on the spare pages. In case you don't have the book, you copy it on your notebook. The title is Eastern Hemisphere, okay? So, taking into account that the Eastern Hemisphere is this part, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean. What do you know about it? What do you know about it? Okay, you have to write 5 things, complete sentences. What do I know about it? And then you're going to write what I want to know. What would you like to know about the Eastern Hemisphere? 5 things, 5 questions, okay? And you don't answer this one yet, what I learned. We're going to answer it at the very end of global citizenship. So right now, we're only going to answer what I know and what I want to know about the Eastern Hemisphere. Okay, think about it. 5 sentences, complete sentences. What do you know about this part of the world? What do you know about here? What do you want to know? Okay? So, from this chart, only what I know and what I want to know. Don't answer what I learned, not yet. Only these 2. Okay? Perfect. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.